said I don't want to land up on somebody's orthopedic list this morning, the twisted ankle or whatever. Good morning and welcome to the 9th ASPi annual conference. It gives me great pleasure to invite you to Southport. And as I was talking to one of the delegates, I had this strange feeling as I was driving in that I've been here before. And I have, and I've just realized when it was. And this is going to give away my age. In 1993, when I was a trainee in Liverpool, and we came for a day out, and I'd forgotten how beautiful Southport is. And there's plenty to see. And, you know, preparing for your inaugural address, you do what everybody does, Google, and find out what Google says about Southport. And this is what I found. Things to do in Southport before you die. You know, I had a list of things I'd like to do before I die, but Southport wasn't on it. But now that I've done it, I suppose I could take it off my list. And the funny thing about Southport is, and there's some sort of connection, I think, between ASPi and the venues that we find. So we were in Telford, as you know, last year. When I was Googling last year about Telford, I found this thing about the bridge there, the Iron Bridge. And apparently, the Grand Pier here is also unique because it is made of iron. So it must be something about ASPi and iron. I think we look for those structures which exist in iron, and then we choose the venue, I think, according to that. Anyway, back to the present. We have a fantastic conference lined up for you. And what I actually wanted to just say a few words about was the fact that there's so much of gloom around us. And I was talking yesterday about the challenges the NHS faces, the challenges that we have as educators trying to deliver simulation against the pressures of service delivery, trying to improve patient care against the backdrop of failing resources. And yet it's not all doom and gloom. I mean, ASPi, for instance, the last year we've been very active. We've been going from strength to strength. And for those of you who have attended our conferences, you can see the breadth of activities that we provide, the resources we provide to our membership has also grown. Our standards have been better embedded. We've started on our accreditation. Our BMJ STEL now appears in Scopus, the database that Elsevier uses. We are hoping to be indexed shortly. There is a lot of work that is happening around our simulated patients. We're working on standards there. We are looking at technicians. We've set up the STEP program to support their personal development. There's a lot that we are doing within ASPi. And there's a lot that simulation is doing. So there's a lot for us to feel positive about. And in my role, one of my other roles is I'm the Chief Medical Officer for an organization in the east of Yorkshire in Hull. And one of the problems we have is managing to just stay afloat, like most of us do. And it was quite interesting when I was sent this document by one of my colleagues, where he highlighted the fact that, do you know what, actually, it's not all negative about the NHS. And I would recommend that you actually have a look at this particular paper. It's written by 4 well-known organizations: the King's Fund, the Institute of Fiscal Studies, the Nuffield Trust, and the Health Foundation. And it's quite interesting. What it actually shows is that the NHS still is one of the best healthcare organizations in the world. Personally, I worked in several healthcare sectors internationally. And I'm still amazed at how our weak rib and how our patients sometimes feel that the NHS doesn't provide what they should get. There's a lot still that we need to celebrate. Of course, there are bits that we can improve. There are areas that we can improve. And if you look at what Lord Darzi has come up with, and this again is a very interesting paper, is around the actions that the NHS should take. One of the key aspirations he has for the NHS is about using more of technological innovation. And I think that's something that most of us are familiar with. We cannot continue to deliver healthcare like the way we deliver today. It's all about using technology. It's about using telehealth. It's about using social media. It's about trying to deliver care at the patient's bedside. So there's a lot that is coming in technologically. And here we are sitting, holding on, or actually being the leaders in technological innovation in education. We have a fantastic education modality which we can take to the next level. And it's well known that simulation is not just an education modality, it's something that we can embed in our quality improvement, our risk management, our patient safety initiatives. And that is a challenge that we have. While we have a good system, we need to make sure that using this system, using simulation, we can actually show that we're making an impact on patient care. So the conference, as we've reminded you this morning, is about maximizing impact. And we have plenty of opportunities through this conference for you, either through our presentations, through our workshops, networking opportunities, for you to gather those thoughts, gather those ideas so that you can go back and have a better influence on your patients and educators to maximize your impact to improving patient care. So welcome once again to the conference. There are lots of opportunities to network. We also have our charity group, the Northwest Ambulance Service, that we hope you will contribute to. We've got the gala dinner, as Colette said. So enjoy yourself, and I hope you'll go away with lots of fresh ideas. Thank you. What we're going to do next is we're going to ask our ASPiH Exec members to come onto the stage and introduce themselves. I'm hoping that this will be an opportunity for you to see who they are so that you can get in touch with us. And if you're interested in engaging in our activities, that will be an opportunity as well. So if I can invite my colleagues onto the stage, please. Very well disciplined today. I'm not quite sure they'll be the same in a few hours' time this evening.
Can we use the roving mic? Can. Okay, I'm Jane. Officially, probably not on the ASPiH Exec any longer, but they've allowed me to stand up here. So I stepped up as operations manager last November, so a whole year I've managed it. So yes, if you haven't met me before, it's your first point of contact for ASPiH.